Hello, good morning to you. Many thanks for joining us on Daybreak Sports. I'm Poluaji Ogumona. Let's hit the ground running this morning. Of course, starting from the camp of the Super Eagles, let me inform you that head coach of Nigeria's Super Eagles, Chelle, has released a list, of course, a revised squad ahead of their friendly international against Russia, of course, holding later this week. Well, he's been made to revise that list following, the withdrawal of some players due to injuries. The team, which arrived in Moscow yesterday, will begin training session later on today ahead of the important friendly game. The match will take place on Friday the 6th of June at the 78,000 capacity Luzhniki Stadium in Russia. Let's take a look at the full squad this morning. Goalkeepers, Maduka Okoye, he plays in Italy for Udinese. We also have Mas Obasoge, who plays in Tanzania. Defenders, we've got Bright Osai Samuel, who plays in Fenerbahce for Turkey, while we also have Olympiacos star Bruno Onyemachi. Oluwaseun Ajayi, who plays in England for West Bromwich Albion, is also in the team, same as Ugo Ogbu, who plays in Czech Republic for Slavia Prague. William Troost Ekong is also in the team, same as Sadiq Ismaila, who is one of the home-based players. He plays for Remo Stars. Benjamin Frederick is also in the team, as well as Saviour Isaac, who plays for Enugu Rangers. Rafael Onyedika is also in the team. He plays for Club Brugge in Belgium. Faisal El Bashir is also in the team, as well as Chris Santos Uche, who plays in Spain for Getafe. Frank Onyeka is in the team. He plays for Augsburg in Germany, as well as Papa Daniels. And forward, Victor Boniface is back with the team, as well as Moses Simon Tolu Arokodare, who plays for Genk in Belgium. Olakunle Olusegun, he plays in Russia for Krasnodar Football Club. That's the list, or the revised list, as released by Chelle just yesterday. Now let's take a look at the camp update this morning following their dramatic penalty shootout victory over the Reggae Boys of Jamaica last week at the finals of the 2025 Unity Cup in London. The Super Eagles of Nigeria have arrived in Moscow to begin preparations for their high-profile international friendly game against Russia, the Russian national team. The Nigerian delegation, which includes 18 players at the moment, officially opened camp in Russia yesterday, and that's the capital of Russia, that's Moscow. Now, the squad assembled in batches with players like Victor Boniface, William Troost Ekong, Fisayo Dele Bashir, and Frank Onyeka among the early arrivals. But also in camp as we speak, we have the likes of Maduka Okoye, Amas Obasoge, Semi Ajayi, Igo Ogbu, Benjamin Frederick, and Bright Osai Samuel. Frank Onyeka is also among the early arrivals, as well as Chris Santos Uche, Isaac Saviour, and Papa Mustafa Daniels, who plays in the Nigerian League, as well as Sikiru Alimi, who also plays in the Nigerian League. Ismaila is also in the team, Tolu Arokodare and Moses Simon. Two more players are expected later today. That's Bruno Onyemachi and Olusegun Olakunle. They're both expected in the camp later this morning. Now, the team's first training session we hold later this evening in Moscow as the build-up towards the important international friendly game build for this Friday. Now, the fixture against Russia offers the Super Eagles of Nigeria a valuable opportunity to continue shaping the squad ahead of their crucial 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers resuming later this year. We're also talking about the Super Eagles this morning, and let's talk about one man who has been invited to the squad. Werder Bremen defender Felix Agu is looking forward to getting more opportunities to play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Agu, who once represented Germany at youth level, was recently cleared by FIFA to play for the three-time African champions Nigeria. The fullback made his international debut for Nigeria in a game against the Reggae Boys of Jamaica on Saturday. He's 25 years old, and he has been talking about his delight at being invited to the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the way his teammates actually welcome him to the camp. Ago stated that he is keen to play for the Super Eagles even in the future. We wish him all the best with the Super Eagles. Now let's talk about one of our players who is not in camp at the moment, but of course is doing himself really proud over there in Turkey. Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen has officially been crowned the 2024-2025 Turkish Super League Golden Boot winner. Now, this rounds off a stunning season for Victor Osimhen with Galatasaray. The 26-year-old Nigerian scored 26 goals in the league for the club as the Turkish giants claimed the league title once again. Well, Osimhen was widely expected to finish as the top scorer, and it has now been confirmed following the conclusion of the Turkish Super League campaign. He now joins a select group of players who have won the Golden Boot in 2 different top 5 European leagues. You recall that in 2022-2023 season, Victor Osimhen claimed the Serie A top scorer, helping Napoli end their 33-year wait for the Scudetto. I will say big congratulations to the big Victor himself, Victor Osimhen, for that one. Let's cross over to the world of cricket this morning. Well, before cricket, let me confirm to you that the Super Falcons have a date with their counterpart Cameroon later today at 4 p.m. Do make it a date with that one. Let's move straight to cricket quickly. Well, Nigeria's senior female cricket team, the female Yellow Greens, will face Zimbabwe in their opening match of the 2025 Kwibuka Cricket Tournament today in Rwanda. The Kwibuka tournament is an annual invitational tournament organized by the Rwandan Cricket Association as part of events to mark the remembrance of the genocide against the Tutsi people, and as an ethnic group in Rwanda, which happened in 1994. The Nigerian team arrived in Kigali on Sunday and had their first training session yesterday. The team will be competing against 8 other teams at the tournament. Now, the 9 teams taking part in this tournament will face off in a round-robin format, and the top 4 teams at the end of the group stage will advance to the semi-finals of the Invitational Tournament. The 2024 edition was won by Uganda, with Zimbabwe finishing as runners-up of the tournament, and wish our young girls and the female Yellow Greens all the best in that one. Let's quickly touch on basketball this morning and talk about the Basketball Africa League, where Nigeria's representative in the 5th season of the Basketball Africa League, that's Rivers Hoopers, have arrived in Pretoria, South Africa, ahead of the finals, which tips off this Friday, the 6th of June. The Kingsmen, like they're popularly called, secured their place for the Basketball Africa League finals, following their second-place finish in the Kalahari Conference qualifiers held earlier this year. And of course, they are one of the 8 teams that are set to battle it out in Pretoria, South Africa, for the right to be called the African champions. Rivers Hoopers was slogged out with 7 other top teams, including Halali of Libya, Al Ittihad of Egypt, US Monastir of Tunisia, Petro de Luanda of Angola, APR of Rwanda, FUS Rabat of Morocco, and Creole Star of Cape Verde. Rivers Hoopers, who claimed the bronze medal last year, and as the last edition of the competition, of course, after finishing 3rd during the 4th Basketball Africa League season held in Kigali, Rwanda. They have been ranked the 4th best team in Africa ahead of the competition that dunks off later this Friday. We wish Rivers Hoopers all the very best as they look to do themselves proud and, of course, do the nation proud. Now, let's cross over to the world of tennis. Talking about the French Open, the 2nd Grand Slam of the year, when Novak Djokovic ended Cameron Norris' encouraging French Open run with a straight-set victory over Britain to reach the quarterfinals. And there you have the male quarterfinal singles pairings as they will be played tomorrow. And of course, let's take a look at the female pairings as well. There you have on your screen the female pairings as they will also go down later on tomorrow. And that's sports this morning. Thanks for joining us.